I sit down. First thing that comes out of the judge's mouth was, "This is not a strong representation of strong women."
The gasping for air, like making yourself sick, like about to throw up, kind of like 3 hour cry. You guys know what I mean. Oh, is Sesame Street different from the Muppets?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't watch. Are we best friends? I don't know.
Well, you just called us.
I don't know if we're best friends.
Talk Diva to me.
Hello, I'm Ella.
And I'm Catalina.
And welcome to Talk Diva to me. Alright, well, let's get it started.
Yay. So welcome. This is going to be our podcast.
This is our podcast.
This is our podcast.
Yeah. Give us some grace, okay? We don't know how to do this.
This is our first episode.
Please,
it's
stop
tough.
judging
it's
us.
Tough.
Oh my gosh.
Basically. We're two young diva girls.
Diva girls, both of us.
Yes.
Which is rare.
Mm-hmm. And we go to school together, and we now live together.
We do.
You may be curious as to where you've seen us before.
You've seen us nowhere.
Nowhere.
We are unknown divas.
Unknown for now.
For now. Hence, Talk Diva to me.
Mm-hmm. Subject to change. Yeah. Not the name. Us being unknown.
Yeah. It's like when they have a movie and they find like someone unknown because they want to that's like us.
That is us.
Because it's like you could hire, Rihanna to play, whoever in a movie. But be your rising stars.
Exactly, what happens when Rihanna dies? We have nobody else.
We need another diva.
And that's us.
Yes, but we don't want Rihanna to die.
We do not.
Not before her ninth album.
First things first, Diva of the Day.
Yes, Diva of the Day. Okay, so who's our diva today?
Our Diva of the Day is Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
And before you freak out...
Oh my gosh, stop judging us.
Do not freak out.
Divas.
You gotta hear our explanation.
Yeah.
So Justin is a bit of a diva in the way he dances.
A bit? He is total diva.
He's total diva behavior, for being real. The DUI, the dancing, the moving.
He
moves is very diva.
He moves like a diva.
Mm-hmm.
We would know.
Yes.
Yes. He moves through life like a diva too.
Yes.
In the song Mirrors, I don't know if you guys have heard it.
Mm-hmm.
He literally says, "You reflect me. I like that about you."
Yeah.
You reflect me. That's so diva.
So diva.
That is the
such
most
a good
diva
point.
line. Yeah, that's the most diva line you can write.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you know what's so diva?
What?
The music video where he pretends to break into Britney Spears' house.
Exactly. That's so messy.
Which one was that?
Crimea River?
Crimea River.
We could be wrong. We're not fake fans, okay? Just a little
I've
bit.
watched that music video at least 10 times.
I think it's Crimea River.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he makes a little video in her bed. That was crazy.
A little less diva. But we love Britney. We think Britney is a diva as well. Look, we love Britney.
We love Britney.
And I think two divas can exist at the same time without compromising the diva-ness of one another.
Yes.
And two divas together is just too much, and that's why they didn't work out.
Yeah.
But not us.
Not us. We're different.
We're different.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways.
Anything else about Justin you wanna
I love him.
clear up? I love him too. There's some controversy with him. But
There's a lot of controversy with him.
what diva isn't gonna have controversy?
Exactly. We're controversial.
Yeah. Ask around.
Ask around. We know a lot of people.
They'll tell you.
Except we don't have that many friends. We just know a lot of people, and a lot of people know us.
Which brings us to our next point, and that's why
Okay,
segue.
Diva segue.
Oh, okay.
What do you think I said?
For a second I forgot segue was a word and not the name for a hoverboard. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Diva segue.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Why we made this podcast is because we don't have friends.
We have it. No. It's
we have Diva and Diva.
We have Diva and Diva.
So, don't take that as a red flag though.
Yeah. I mean, are we the common denominator? Yes. What diva isn't?
Exactly.
We've been wronged by so many fake divas. A lot of people like to pose themselves as divas.
Yes.
You know, they think that they're like diva quality, but they're not.
Absolutely.
They're not. And like, we've been shut out by a lot of those people and wronged by a lot of those people. And you know, why are you laughing? This is so sad.
Go on, please. Please.
I'm being vulnerable, so.
It's just like, I got a flash of us sitting here. Someone walking in.
Yeah, like when you think about it, like, this is so, you know, diva, us just sitting on a pink velvet couch,
Yes.
talking to a camera,
Mhm.
because we've run out of friends, and we
Yes.
can't be alone with our thoughts.
Yeah.
That's essentially it.
We also want money,
Yes, we need money.
but that's not why we're in this, guys.
Don't pity us.
Do not.
If you want to don't actually.
My Venmo will be linked
Yes,
below,
Venmo
but
will be
that's
below.
beside the point.
Yeah, we gotta, you know, pay our bills.
Exactly. We want fame. I want fame.
I don't know if I can handle fame.
Right. So that is a topic of discussion that we have been considering when we,
Yeah.
you know,
When we thought about this podcast originally, it was like, we had everything set.
yeah.
We had the name, we had a fan base name.
We had an audio intro.
We did make that. That's what you heard at the beginning.
Yes.
But then it got to the hard topics, because you need to talk about the hard stuff.
Yes.
You must
in
always
business,
in
you
business,
must.
yes. And we're business, we're entrepreneurs.
Mhm.
And so you brought up an amazing point,
Yes.
and
that was, could you handle being famous?
and I don't think I could.
Right.
And
See, I'm not fully sure about it. I think there are aspects that I definitely could. Like, for example, I think I could handle a cancellation perfectly. I think I can read everyone's minds and be like, I know that this is what they want to hear, and I'm going to say it.
she's manipulative.
I am manipulative to the core.
Yeah.
In a good way.
In a positive way.
In an empathetic way. Like,
Yes.
In an empath way.
She like knows how you feel, so she's gonna manipulate you.
Exactly.
Yes.
So yeah, I think I could handle that. I couldn't handle like people.
That's a big part of it.
Yeah, like, well,
What do you mean, like fans?
yeah.
Like leaving your house and like
Yeah.
being
like,
recognized, being a public figure.
and like not being able to go to Target, like, well, I would do it anyway. Like,
Yeah.
the idea of not being able to go to Target in like sweats.
Yeah. Well, you could.
I definitely would.
Yeah.
But just like that whole genre of,
I know what you mean.
yeah.
But that's like another level of fame, like in celebrity, is like
Yes.
flying commercial.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be so famous I can't fly commercial. You know, like I just heard recently that
Yeah.
SZA was flying commercial. Can you believe?
I can't believe, because I heard like a bunch of other celebrities did too. Like
Yeah.
on oh my god, on one of the Housewives franchises, I think it was New York, when Jenna was like, I don't want to fly
Right.
commercial, so that's why I'm flying separately, and everyone's like, oh, you won't fly, blah blah blah, and I was like, first of all, I get it, because if I had the money, I would not want to be flying with the regulars.
Oh.
But
yes.
second of all, that's not why I brought this up.
Okay.
Second of all, I can't believe the housewives are shaming another housewife for acting as they should.
Exactly. I cannot agree more.
And I was shocked that they would even fly, like, commercial.
Yeah.
Like,
It's jealous. It's jealousy.
it's jealousy.
And you know, you want you want to be famous enough to have the option. Like,
Mhm.
I could take a private jet, a PG, a PJ.
Cannot even say it. Not rich enough yet.
Not rich enough, but I want the option to be able to fly a PG
Yeah.
and be like, no, I choose commercial.
PG.
You know, I value the planet,
Yes.
and like I want to be able to fly commercial, and like maybe a few like, can I get a picture of your
Yeah.
work? But you know, it can like I can fall asleep on the flight.
Absolutely. Oh my god, and nobody, like, takes pictures of me.
They can take pictures of me while I'm asleep.
I look so ugly when I sleep.
That's not true. That's
You
not
have
true.
not seen it. It's
We
so
live
bad.
together.
And you do not see
You
me
don't know what I've
sleeping.
seen you sleeping.
Okay.
All right.
Fair enough.
But yeah. So I mean, I think like, I could handle fame at, like, a C-list level.
Yes, C-list.
Like, I want to be invited to the Met Gala, but I don't necessarily need to make any lists.
Exactly.
Or, like, I can make a list and they'd be like, who is that?
I don't want people rating my outfit, telling me it's ugly when I know for sure that I would kill it.
Exactly. Or you're including on the list and it's like, what is she, what? And it's like, well, it's a cool outfit, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we don't respond well to negativity.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. That's a big part of fame.
Yes.
But every negative can be turned into a positive.
Okay.
Yeah, so if someone's like, your outfit is ugly, what would you say? You gotta work on that.
I'd say, no, it's not.
Perfect! Perfect.
Did I get it?
You got it. So,
Okay.
yeah. And so basically we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yes.
But if we, stumble along the way, refer back to this and how, we're just not sure.
Yeah.
There's no harm in trying.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Should we get into the conception
Yes.
of this podcast?
The conception of this podcast. Would you like to start?
Sure. So basically, we came up with this idea a while back. I would say like maybe 3 hours ago at most.
3 hours ago.
And we kind of just went straight through with it. We first started out by picking a name, I believe.
Yes, because we needed a direction.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
that took a while.
unfortunately, we did attempt to use an AI generator.
Yeah. We love AI.
We
We are both writers, but let's include everyone.
Right.
You can't be jealous on your way to the top.
Yes.
Yeah, women want to pit other women against each other. The way my Aya talks to me, that is a diva.
Absolutely.
And divas have to respect other divas.
And you can literally program it to talk like a diva. Like, you can be like, hey, tell me how to say this sentence in diva form.
And they got it. There's an emoji. They know.
Yep.
There's room for all of us divas.
I agree.
So, we love AI.
Mm-hmm.
The names.
So there were some close calls.
It's very close calls.
Do you have them on your phone? The other
Well, my phone's
options?
over there.
Okay.
And if I get up, they're going to see my full outfit and be like, wow, that's really a good outfit.
Right, and we can't have that.
We can't have that. I need to release the mystery. I remember one of them was I Am Raccoon.
Yes.
That was
a good one.
Yes. Another one was Dr. Nude.
Right, Dr.
Yes.
Nude with Mike. Or no, it's
Nudist.
nudity with Dr. Mark or Mike.
Nudity with Dr. Mike.
Yeah. So I was like, how'd they get that from pop culture podcast ideas?
Yeah. Who is Dr. Mike?
Who is Dr. Mike?
It's kind of diva though, to be nude. Can you hear our ice maker?
And all the cars?
Yes. Sorry, we're bougie enough to have an ice maker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we got our name. Well, it took a lot. We were just over and over again. And then we were like, okay, what do we love?
Yeah.
Housewives.
Housewives.
We love housewives. And so we were like, well, what's something they say a lot? And then we're like, okay, copyright infringement.
Right.
Because we wanted it to be let the mouse go.
Yes.
That's an amazing podcast name. Then we're like, no. And then we wanted to be Snuffleupagus. But, that was kind of wordy.
Very wordy.
I had a very hard time pronouncing it.
Possible copyright with
yeah.
The Muppets.
The Muppets. We can't be sued by the Muppets right out of the gate.
I don't actually know if it's part of the Muppets. I think it might be Sesame Street.
Oh, is Sesame Street different from the Muppets?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't watch.
They're all called Muppets. The things are Muppets. But The Muppets is a franchise of Muppets. With Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy. Do you know who these people are?
Oh, I'm familiar. Miss Piggy is a diva. So is Kermit.
Why was she not our diva of the day?
There's so many days for divas.
Okay,
Don't give it away.
Oh my god, Miss Piggy.
Yes.
Okay.
So is Kermit, though. And those are the only two I know.
He's a working diva.
Yeah.
He's almost diva, I would say.
Men can be divas too, like Justin.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know that. I didn't know they were all Muppets.
Yeah.
Okay, good
so
to know.
Elmo is a Muppet.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
So they are the same thing. Snuffleupagus.
Yes.
So would we be sued by Muppets in general and Sesame Street and Housewives?
I think just Sesame Street.
Okay.
Probably.
Just Sesame Street. Okay.
Yeah.
And our brands definitely do not align. Our family values.
Mm-hmm.
We have none.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah,
that doesn't work. So then we got our name.
We got our name. Talk Diva to me.
Talk Diva to me.
Hopefully Jason Derulo does not.
I think he's cool. He's Diva. He gets it.
He is Diva.
You know,
Yeah.
He would love to support 2 young, pretty women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we got the name. We made a bio immediately.
Immediately we made a bio. We looked up other people's bios because, you know, we needed a jumping off point.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, we just took it from there. So if you have not read our bio yet,
go check it out.
It's awesome. It's amazing.
Yeah. And then we made up a banner.
A banner on Canva?
Yes.
Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if we were like giving away our secrets.
Nobody thought we made that from scratch.
Okay. But this is not sponsored by Canva.
Absolutely not.
If Canva would like to sponsor us, we have no sponsors yet, so like that could be a really cool thing.
And we will literally shame them.
Yeah. How? So
I was going somewhere with this and I don't remember where. I'm saying we will shame them if they think we are giving them free clout from mentioning them. That's not happening, and I'm very willing to like start shaming them and advising against them.
I can't follow.
That's okay. I was kind of learning myself as I said it, and
you lost yourself.
I think I expressed myself.
You lost yourself
Enough.
All right, but true. Sponsor us.
Okay. Was there anything else about the conception we needed to cover?
Yeah. Fan base. We need to see who out there would watch the podcast.
Yes.
We didn't really hear back about that.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna have guests though.
Yes, we have guests confirmed. I just asked someone to be our guest. No response. But you know, we know a lot of people, but like again, we don't have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
So like not a lot of people would agree to be on this podcast. I promise we're like really good. We're good girls. We're good divas.
We are. We're in a world full of evil.
A world full of evil. You know, college. Not to assume that all divas have to go to college. That's not true.
Right.
But, you know, we don't have a lot of people that could come on this podcast. So we're thinking like our professors.
Yep.
We love our professors.
We do.
I think they would agree to come on the pod.
Maybe if it wasn't in our house.
Yeah, that seems like a boundary issue.
Yes.
But we could like go to their office.
We could bring our couch.
Oh, yeah. That's perfect. Yeah. Or they could like even like zoom in.
Oh, totally.
Like on the TV.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I love that. So we're gonna send out some emails about that.
Mm-hmm.
Like seriously, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have some in mind.
Yeah. So now we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
We've begun.
You are listening to Talk Diva to me.
Yes, you are.
Yep, and then like. People say, you know, don't go into business with your best friend.
Right.
Oops.
Especially with your roommate.
Yeah.
Don't take classes.
Don't take with your roommate. Don't move in with your friend. Are we best friends? I don't know.
Well, you just called us.
I don't know if we're best friends, cause like it's complicated.
Okay.
We met last year, like when we were going to school. And then like we kind of were like cordial with each other.
Uh-huh.
Like I invited you to my birthday party and you didn't come.
Well, that didn't seem like a serious invite. That seemed like a joke to me.
Alright, so she didn't take me very seriously out of the gate. And then like we would like draw together and design.
Yeah.
We can't say what school we go to, that's private, but we're in an art school.
We're really limited.
You can figure out the rest.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, and I was really bad at drawing and she was really good at drawing.
Aww.
Yeah. And you were gonna throw out your drawing and I was like, no, can I have that?
Yep.
And then we didn't talk the whole next quarter at all.
And then we end up, after that second quarter, we end up having all of our classes together for our third quarter.
Every single one.
Every single one. So obviously we were miserable because we were constantly with each other.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No escape. Oh yeah, I'm kidding. And like it wasn't just that we had every class together. It was like we wake up, we eat together.
Yeah.
We go to class together, same bus, walking to class together.
Yeah.
We come home from class, we eat lunch together.
Yeah.
We go to class, we come back, we do homework for hours together.
Yes.
Then we do yoga together.
We did do that.
You know, and then we just like stare off into space and say, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot. So it was just like every waking moment together.
Yeah.
And like, we're not like that sick of each other yet.
Yeah.
But like, we're also like kind of all we have.
Right. 'Cause
here.
at that time, I would say the friends I had were slowly dropping like flies.
Same.
And now here we are. So.
And now here we are. So it's not like best friends by choice as well as like circumstance. Like people are like convenient friendships, blah 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 blah. Sometimes it's okay to have a convenient friendship.
Totally.
And like I value you, Diva.
I value you, Diva.
Like I think you might be my like best friend right now.
Oh my god, I think you might be mine right now.
We're not sure. We'll keep you updated.
We're almost there.
But yeah, people say like don't go into business, don't be roommates, don't have classes. You're gonna watch it all unfold on Talk Diva to me.
Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully we have like maybe a little falling out and like that's some content.
So true. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We'll work on that one.
Exactly.
So as we've said, we are roommates.
Yeah.
In a very interesting apartment, I guess you would call this.
You would call this an apartment.
Yeah.
We've had some issues. A lot of issues.
Yeah.
You see our beautiful Diva wall behind us. All of those have fallen down multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And they put them back up. And you know, divas have their ups and downs, of course.
Yeah.
And what are some other issues we have?
So many. Well, Ella moved in a little bit before I did.
3 months before.
3 months before. And luckily you were here to sort out all the rough beginnings.
Right, so we didn't have water for
Yeah.
a while. And so that was difficult because I was like cooking a lot, like from scratch, and I didn't have any water.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to wash dishes. So what I did was I took a bucket and I went upstairs to the apartment upstairs. It was unlocked,
Mm-hmm.
but it was vacant. Okay, nobody was in there, and
As
it was
far as we
unlocked.
know.
As far as we know, it was vacant, dark. Nobody was in there, and it was unlocked. And I stole water from the shower.
Let me ask, where did you get the idea? Like, were you just like, I'm gonna maybe check upstairs?
Yeah.
To see if anyone's living there?
Yeah, there's no water.
Okay.
And like nobody was in there, and the door was open. I mean, it could have been a really scary situation.
Yeah.
Walking into like a dark apartment, but I was fine. There was a lot of roaches in that shower when I was like filling up the water.
Ew.
And so like that was like I was crying. And then I had this huge bucket of water, and we have to go downstairs. So I'm like trying to, you know, carry the bucket down. I'm spilling it, and like all that water I filled up is kind of just, you know, on the stairs now. And so I have to, you know, clean that up. And then I bring it here, and it's like, and now I gotta wash my dishes. So I'm like pouring the bucket. Like it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. And then it's like you can't flush a toilet without filling it up. Do you know how much water it takes to flush a toilet?
I actually don't.
A lot. Like 2 trips up and down the stairs filling up that bucket.
Oh my god.
A lot of water to flush a toilet, like one time.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was our situation for a bit. And then once we did get water,
Mm-hmm.
both sinks were leaking.
Right.
So we couldn't use the sink. So yeah, everything had to be through the shower.
So we also have multiple, what would you call them, holes
Holes.
in the ground
Holes in the ground.
of our kitchen?
Yeah. You just have to work around them.
Yeah, they're dips. Like your foot's not gonna fall in them.
They are gonna fall in them.
Yes. Yes.
If the lights are on and you're sober and you're aware, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
We'll find out, you know, if there's any like injury involved later on.
It doesn't go to like the dirt though. Like it's covered with floor. There's just still a hole there.
It's like, you know.
Yeah, like you sink in immediately.
Yeah.
Like quicksand.
Yeah, it grounds you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's an issue. The bugs are an issue.
The bugs are a big issue because bugs are my number one fear.
Yeah. Like one of the first things that I learned about you was like bugs are, yeah.
Yeah, so living here was a bold choice of mine.
Yeah, we really didn't have any other option though.
Exactly.
And we are so grateful. We know how privileged we are.
Mm-hmm.
But like, privileged divas have their own struggles too.
Yes.
Yeah. And so, do you disagree with that?
No, I was agreeing.
Okay, perfect. You are so scared of bugs.
I'm really scared. I will cry at the sight of an ant. and I will also cry if I kill one.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm constantly just frozen every time I see a bug. And we've had roaches. I haven't seen a roach yet.
There was a dead roach outside of our bedroom doors this morning, and I had to vacuum it up, and I didn't want to tell you, but I took a picture of it. And so I told you, but like, it was massive.
Oh.
And it was upside down, so it was like dead, like upside down. But like, at least I didn't have to kill it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so we've had roaches. The roaches have lessened. It was really bad when I first moved in. And then like, it's okay.
I don't know how we're living here.
No, it's okay. And then like the bugs have graduated to like kinds we can't even define. Like we're reverse Google searching and like there's no answers.
So there was a lizard in my bedroom last night.
Yeah, we've like moved. Well, with the bugs, we had to set off 3 bug bombs.
Yes.
3 bombs, and so you, and then we have to evacuate for 2 hours. I got it in my mouth, in my eyes. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so bug bombs off. We're like, we're fine.
Do you think that helped?
There'd be no way of knowing.
Okay.
Yeah. And so then like we're like, bugs aren't an issue, and then reptiles came into play.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was sitting in my bed in the dark last night, and all of a sudden I look to my right, and my bed is pushed up to the wall. I look up to the wall to my right, to which my bed is touching.
Oh, people are talking outside. They don't know that we're having a podcast.
Just a little weird, but that's fine.
Well, they probably guessed us.
And I see a little squiggly thing,
Yeah.
and I turn my flashlight on, and I go like that, and it's a little gecko.
Little?
It was tiny.
I wouldn't say little.
It was about this big.
Like, I was dealing with that thing. You were at a distance, so that's probably why it appeared smaller. But it was like, yay.
It was not that big.
Maybe I'm dramatic. Maybe I'm being dramatic because like it was such
It
a like
fit in a
it
cup.
was a traumatic experience.
Yeah.
It did fit in a cup. So like look up gecko. That's what it was.
It was a Mediterranean gecko.
Did you? Okay, it was a Mediterranean gecko.
I sent a picture.
Which is a type of lizard, which is a type of reptile. We're dealing with reptiles.
Ooh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
So, I immediately turn on the light, and the gecko is gone. So I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Let's pray that it's not in my bed. And at this point, I'm like, I'm not sure what to do because Ella was dealing with her own thing.
So I was in the living room sitting on this exact couch. This was all last night.
Yeah.
I don't know if you mentioned that. I moved and this might have been shh, but I'm not sure. So last night I was on this couch in a 3 hour, you would say 3 hours, session of just hysterical crying with another person. I wasn't alone. And it was loud. And it was nonstop. And it was to the point where it was the breathing was
the gasping for
the
air.
gasping for air, making yourself sick, about to throw up, kind of 3 hour cry. You guys know what I mean.
So I see the lizard, and I'm like, you know what? This is my tough girl moment. This is my diva moment. I'm not gonna bother Ella.
Every moment is a diva moment for you. Continue.
Thank you. So I'm like, I'm gonna deal with this myself, and that thought lasted about a millisecond, and then I said, there is no chance, and I ran out to the living room, and I said, hey y'all, I'm so sorry, but there's a lizard in my room, and I don't know what to do about it. And at this point, Ella and I are both practically in tears.
Yeah, for different reasons. Same reason as well.
But Miss Diva stepped up, and she helped me get the lizard out. We let him outside.
It wasn't easy.
We did the cup and the paper trick.
We had to keep moving the bed.
Lizards are very quick and
they're very
sticky.
Fast.
He really stuck to the wall.
Thick. And I felt bad. And I kept saying, you're safe.
Yeah, she's
so
saying.
I'm gonna knock that thing over.
Maybe I'll move it some more.
Can't sit still. You're safe. We're not gonna hurt you.
Yeah, I remember I heard a little jingle. We were like, we love you.
We love you. You're safe. It's gonna be okay. Yeah. And then you were like, does he have a family? What if there's a whole family waiting to invade? And then we decided he was an only child.
Yeah. Well, I found out that some people like to keep them in their houses because they kill bugs and eat them.
Why did we get rid of him?
I know. I thought that immediately, but I was also he's not big enough to take out a cockroach. So.
Would the cockroach eat the lizard, the gecko?
Oh, I don't know.
In that Someone's got to eat someone in that situation, I assume.
Like, imagine them just passing by each other and not
No.
doing anything.
Someone would attack. Maybe, like, the gecko goes in, but then the roach is like, you know.
Ooh, yeah.
Or maybe, like, vice
Sneak
versa.
attack.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah, moving on.
You could also just Google it.
No, we don't do that.
We don't want to
here.
know.
We don't educate ourselves.
Oh, yeah,
here.
we don't research any of the topics we're talking about.
No. So take everything with a grain of salt.
Mm-hmm.
Or don't.
Just believe everything we say, I think.
Yeah, that's fine too. So here we are now. No bugs as of today.
No, their coverage this morning.
Right. No bugs for me as of today.
Yeah.
We were gonna talk a little about roommate role models, but I don't know if we
Yeah.
have any in mind.
Yeah, we really didn't do any research on that.
Okay. So maybe we save that one for next week.
Yeah, I can't really think of any like iconic roommates right now.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking of one,
What's your one?
but you haven't seen the movie.
Explain it.
Romy and Michelle,
Okay.
Lisa Kudrow, and the other woman. I
And
can't
Lisa
remember.
Kudrow is a famous roommate. Like she's always.
Oh, duh! Yeah,
she's
you're
always
so
a
right.
Famous roommate. So continue.
So yeah, they're like high school besties, and I watched the high school reunion one. I didn't watch the other one. There's another one.
It's a franchise.
There's two, I think.
Okay.
And they're just like ditzy little blondes who think that they like ruled the school in high school, and then they have a reunion and they find out like they were losers in high school. But they're but it is so funny and it is so good. And Lisa Kudrow literally just like plays Phoebe from Friends as if, but like if she wasn't as like hippie.
Love.
So just more like high school girl mentality.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a great example.
It's really good. We're gonna watch it and we'll get back to you guys on that one.
Yeah.
We did want to do a little bit of a segment here, and that is going to be Unexpected Divas.
Unexpected Divas. Sorry, we didn't like count down on that, so I was like.
I forgot what I was saying. That's why I paused.
Yeah. Unexpected Divas.
Yeah. So, these are people that you don't really expect to be divas, like by the looks of it. But
What are you looking at?
I thought there was a cop car, but it was just a car.
Oh. All right.
And so I'll get into it. My first unexpected diva is Shannon Bedore from Real Housewives of Orange County.
I don't watch that.
She doesn't watch that one.
I watch I don't watch Orange County.
Yeah. So,
Which is subject to change.
yeah, it's difficult for me, but
Yeah.
basically, Shannon is which ones do you watch? You watch
Salt Lake City,
Salt Lake City.
New Roni,
Okay.
Beverly Hills, and like that's the only like 3 consistent ones.
Okay, let's see.
I don't know how people juggle all these divas.
I know.
But
Shannon is I'm trying to relate it to another character, but I don't know if that's possible. So, basically she's an OG.
okay.
She
And like Orange County's been around the whole time. It's the first
Yeah.
one, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Wait, name people from like Beverly Hills.
Kyle Richards,
Yeah. Kim,
Lisa Vanderpump,
Lisa,
Lisa Rinna,
Serena.
Yolanda Foster, Taylor Armstrong,
Uh-huh.
who's also in Orange County.
Yes.
Uh,
Maybe Shannon's just too unique to relate.
Sutton.
So she's a diva.
Sutton Strack.
She's almost Sutton without she's like a mix
Rosa.
between Sutton. She's like a Sutton without like the annoying habits.
Like a
she's
Teddy? Or like a Dorit.
God, I think she's
We
too
can't
unique.
put her in a box.
We cannot put her in
You
a box.
can't put a diva in a box.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And that's our discovery of the day, honestly.
Yeah, hot tip of the day, don't put a diva in a box.
Yes. So Shannon, let me explain the lore to you. So she's been dating this guy. First of all, she's divorced,
Okay.
but she has been dating this guy named John something. I don't know his last name.
Irrelevant.
Exactly.
No John has ever been a diva.
And their whole relationship, they dated for multiple years, and their families had gone on trips together. She paid for a bunch of trips for the two of them and his family to go on, and just a bunch of stuff. And the whole relationship was kind of weird because all the housewives would try to ask about it, and she'd be like, no, we can't. literally, do they
No,
not
they
get
have
it?
so much disrespect. Do not disrespect a diva. Hot tip number 2.
Yep. So the housewives would always want to ask her about it, and she'd be like, no, I can't. Like, John will be mad because, like, I don't want him. Like, he really doesn't want to be on camera. He doesn't want to be in the public eye. Like,
What
I
is
can't.
he hiding?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And she would always just act really weird about it. And then there were rumors that, like, he was a really bad boyfriend, and, like, things were just weird, and, like, bad things were happening, but nobody would say what. And she would always just be like, don't talk about him on air because I will get in trouble, pretty much. And I was like, what does that mean? Anyway, Shannon gets a DUI. Classic diva behavior.
Yeah.
And on this night of the DUI, she takes her car and she crashes into a house.
Not great.
Yes.
Pete Davidson did that.
Diva behavior.
We're not, like, endorsing a DUI, but, like, if it happens, it happens.
And it's diva. Divas don't have to be good. Divas can be bad.
Well, but don't be an evil person posing as a diva.
Real.
Right. Okay. And as long as nobody's hurt, just the house, diva.
Yes.
Don't drink and drive. Be responsible.
No, yeah, it was a very bad situation,
Okay.
and like people were definitely in danger. So not
Not
diva
diva.
over there. The whole idea is diva, but not the specifics.
Yeah. If you drink, do not get in a car.
Mm-hmm. Hot tip number 3.
Hot tip number 3. Don't drink and drive.
Yes. So the next morning, I believe it might have been John's house, or it might have been her own house. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. That she crashed into?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she was doing it, it was like a self-inflicted.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't on purpose.
But she didn't do it to, like, a stranger's house.
Right.
She
I
was
don't
her own
think so.
victim.
Yeah, I think she was
Yeah.
on her own victim. And then the next morning, John calls her and is like, we're done. So then, for the rest of this current season of Orange County, everyone's accusing Shannon of having a major drinking problem, which, fair.
Mm-hmm.
Which she completely denies. But that's honestly not even what I care about right now.
Yeah.
What I care about is the fact that Alexis Bellino, I believe.
Okay.
Let me see. I will research this one because I want to see where she's from. I think she's from
Cheating.
Bellino. Yeah, okay. So she was on Housewives of Orange County for seasons 5 through 8 as a full-time cast member.
All right. Residency.
Yes. And then this season, news breaks that Alexis is all of a sudden dating John.
Stop.
Yeah. And not only this, of course, she starts becoming integrated into the friend group again because she was not on the past seasons.
Okay. So, like, all right. Like Brandy, kind of?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So she comes back and everyone's like, this is awkward. What are we going to do? And people start, like, taking sides, like, low-key.
Mm-hmm.
Tamra, Shannon's best friend, because it was the 3 amigas, and that was Shannon, Tamra, and Vicky. I don't know if you've heard about that.
No, but I know who they are.
Okay. I think after they were on tour doing things, like, they were just, like, cute 3 little besties. And when Shannon got her DUI, they had to stop touring. Or, like, making... Whatever they were doing, they stopped. I don't know if they were on tour,
What were they touring?
or if they were doing a product launch.
Normalize going on tour just to go on tour.
Yes. Probably, like, chatting.
Yeah, like a paid meet and greet,
Yeah.
which we hope to do one day. Yeah.
Yeah. So, where was I? So, the Alexis, she starts integrating herself into the friend group, and Tamra begins to side with Alexis and hang out with her, and they go on 2 separate girls' trips. Like, the cast splits up. Tamra goes on one with Alexis, and Shannon goes with, like, I don't know, Heather Dubrow, I think.
Okay.
And it was, like, sickening. It was like, you are this girl's best friend. I get that you're mad that she has a drinking problem, but to go, like, become besties with Alexis after she starts dating Shannon's ex is so...
Not diva.
It's so not diva.
I would never do that to you.
And
Oh, no.
immediately, John starts a lawsuit against Shannon.
Oh my god, for what?
Saying that she owes him money when she paid for literally everything.
Oh my god.
And so now Alexis and John are going against Shannon, and they're like, oh, we're going to release videos of you from your DUI night if you don't pay up. And Shannon's like, I don't owe you anything, which I believe because, hello, she has money. Like,
Yeah.
why would she be, like, weaning off of this dude?
John.
John. Hello?
Yeah.
Anyway, I admire Shannon. I think she's a strong woman. Alexis and John are now engaged after only dating for like a less amount of time than Shannon and John did. Whatever. I don't like Alexis. I mean, she's entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
But not, like, now that I know she's, like, dating John and, like, being evil about it, it's like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to see her.
I don't want to see her either. I don't see her, but I wouldn't want to.
Yeah. So I think Shannon is an unexpected diva because she is a strong woman and she doesn't get the credit that she deserves.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
For all the Shannon?
Mm-hmm.
For all the Shannons out there, keep doing you.
Agreed.
Yeah. I'd say that my unexpected diva probably isn't, like, unexpected to anybody, but, like, I'm just going to say it because she was a diva. Jade from season 6 of America's Next Top Model created being a diva.
Yeah.
Yeah, she called herself the undiscovered supermodel, and that's kind of how I like view this podcast. It's like the undiscovered,
Divas.
Undiscovered divas, and she knew. She was like, one of the things she said when she met the judges was, "I'm walking down the street and people are turning their heads like, who is this girl?" And that's so diva. So. And then when she left, she wrote a poem, and she was, like, snapping as she was, like, packing her bags. She made it pretty far, I think, to, like, 4th place. Yeah.
Wow.
And all the judges were trying to take the diva out of her.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Do you know where she's at now?
There would be no way of knowing.
Okay.
We can't Google it.
Moving on.
But, Eva from season 2, Divas Don't Come For Me, I Love America's Next Top Model. She's a housewife.
Mm-hmm.
In Atlanta.
Oh.
Yeah, so.
Wow.
What's another one?
Another diva?
Another diva. Unexpected diva.
So my thoughts were, hear me out, Betsy Ross.
Okay.
And do I know exactly what she did? No.
Okay.
I know it had to do with the American flag, and I don't believe she created the design of it.
She did not design it.
She did not.
Yeah, because it's ugly.
It's ugly.
A woman would not design the American flag. Like, if a woman designed the American flag, it'd be, like, pink.
Yeah.
Which is, like,
Pink
a girl
and purple.
color. Pink and purple.
Duh.
But people are scared of that in the patriarchy.
Yeah. When Kamala's president,
Maybe she'll design a new flag.
there will be a pink
This
and
is
purple
an
flag.
endorsement. We're not afraid to get political.
No.
We are not afraid
Because
to
we
get
are
political.
divas. Divas are not afraid of anything.
Yes.
Anyway, Betsy, I believe she sewed flags.
Okay.
One flag.
What does it mean to sew a flag? Is it just like a piece of fabric?
So I'm assuming maybe like patchwork, like
Okay.
you do the blue and then the stars on the blue and then maybe
Right.
the red stripes on like a white back. Like I don't know.
Because they couldn't just like print it out,
Right.
transfer it with the
Exactly. So I'm assuming, or maybe like different pieces of fabric that they dyed and she had to like cut and sew together.
Cricut. Yeah.
Could be totally wrong. Could be.
But she did that.
As far as I know, she did that.
And that is Diva.
That is Diva.
And why don't more people talk about that? Like, I didn't even know who she was.
I learned a lot about her personally
Yeah.
in like history classes for no reason. I was
didn't
like,
go to school.
why? Yeah.
Homeschooled.
And I don't know why I was forced to learn about that because clearly it did not stick.
I love the name Betsy. It did stick.
It stuck a little, not
It
enough,
stuck.
but a little.
Yes, it stuck.
So yeah. And then of course there's the whole debate that
Oh, right.
we have.
So, like, we were talking about this earlier, like Rosie the Riveter.
Mm-hmm.
Was she a diva? Was she a diva? I know very little about Rosie the Riveter. No, that's not true. You can do it. She said that.
Yeah.
She was the first diva to ever say
She's
that.
gotta be a diva.
She's a diva. She
She's
was
a
like
diva.
the first woman.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Ever. She was the first woman.
She, advocated for,
Yep. For tools.
For
Women working with their hands.
For women working with their hands, which has brought us all the way to today.
Mm-hmm.
Which is something, that's important to today's.
Yes.
Yeah.
She supports
manual labor.
And the LGBTQ.
And the LGBT community. How does she support the LGBT community?
Women with their fingers.
Women with their fingers!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
that was good.
That's very important. And not a lot of women were brave enough to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she was like, the men are at war, what about the women?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I actually, this just popped back in my head. I did have a competition dance a long time ago when I was about 10 years old, and we dressed as Rosie the Riveter, and it was a mashup of a Rosie the Riveter song and then a Beyonce song and then, so on.
And Gwen Stefani.
Yeah. And basically, if you've ever done competition dances, they'll give you, I don't know if they give you the score sheet, but I know they send you, audio reviews.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard him say it.
Okay.
So, they, record themselves as they watch you dance, and they give you corrections, and you get a little tape with everything that judges said.
Shut up.
So, maybe my first or second competition ever, me and my dance teacher sat down, and because it was part of the whole thing that we did is we sat down, we listened to the judges' comments, and then we improved. We sat down and we start listening. Excuse you.
Continue. The floor is yours.
It's so dirty.
It's so dirty. Divas aren't dirty.
I sit down.
Divas are dirty.
Yeah.
Rosie was dirty.
She was down and dirty.
What was she doing with those fingers?
Mm-hmm. I sit down. First thing that comes out of the judge's mouth was, "This is not a strong representation of strong women." And I was like, I am 10.
That's crazy.
10. And that is when I stopped dancing. So
and that's not Diva.
That is not Diva.
He was lifting Rosie up and taking Catalina down.
Mm-hmm.
Divas don't do that.
Yep.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
It was really evil. And I'm pretty sure it was a man.
Of course it was a man.
Yeah. So if you're listening, look at me now.
But yes.
Who's a diva and who's not?
Exactly. What if he's a diva though? We don't know that.
Whatever.
Divas can learn from their mistakes and grow and change.
Yes.
I never did competition dance.
Mm-hmm.
I only did recital dance. I'm not competitive. I don't need to win.
Yeah.
But once I tried out so I went to high school for 1 year, right? Getting personal, getting vulnerable. And I auditioned for the dance team 3 times.
Amazing.
And I was the only one, I think, cut every time.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
But I just kept trying because, I had nothing to lose. Which is diva behavior.
It is.
A lot of people were like, "You're trying again?"
Yeah.
Even had people tell me, girls are saying, you're not a good dancer. And they were right. On the team, I was probably the worst one. But, I was on the team, so who cares?
Exactly, you made it.
I was not on the team for long, though. Before the season even started, I was told I could not compete because I would hold the team back in state. They went to state and they lost, so 1 diva short.
There you go.
Anyways.
Karma. Moving on. I fear we did not write down that advice letter that was sent in to us.
Oh, yeah. We did get an advice letter. It was a voicemail, though, so we had to, write it down.
Yeah.
But we can't, play an anonymous... It's anonymous. We can't, play their voice because,
that'd be disrespectful.
That's illegal.
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
She's a diva, though.
She's a diva.
Why did you hesitate?
Because, the immediate, switch from that to that. Kim Kardashian as a whole, yeah. Obvious diva. But, when I thought of her, in that scenario, it was
diva.
ugh.
Yeah. Not her best moment.
Yeah. Kanye's a diva.
Oh, yeah.
He is such a diva.
Uh-huh. Picasso's dead. Steve Jobs is dead. Walt Disney is dead. Kanye is dead.
Absolutely.
That's a direct quote from Kanye.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He just listed like 5 divas and then included himself in it. So, but yeah, so the voicemail was along the lines of,
You know who's definitely a diva?
who?
Elizabeth Holmes.
Diva.
I just had to add that in. Go on.
Wait, I thought you were talking about Elizabeth Moss. But no, Elizabeth Holmes
Oh.
is a diva, and so is Amanda Seyfried.
So
'Cause she-
opposite, but I
she
love
played
it.
her.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh.
Yeah. And Elizabeth Holmes, who does she share a room with in prison? Jen Shaw.
No way.
Yes.
How did they let that happen?
I don't know, but I need the cameras in there.
Are you kidding?
They
That
share a
literally
cell.
would have been the biggest hit of the century as a
They are
reality show.
running that prison. Yeah.
We should write a movie based on them
I know.
being in jail together.
Yeah. We're writers, if you didn't know.
Yeah,
But we won't tell you what school we go to, but we do go to an art school and we are writers.
it's gonna slip out.
Yeah, okay, so the voicemail
Yeah.
was from this girl, and she was like, I just like started dating this new guy, and I brought him over to my apartment for the first time, and there were tampons everywhere
Mhm.
because her dog,
Used.
used tampons
Yeah.
everywhere, like bloody.
Like full, like first day period.
Yeah,
vibes.
like heavy flow. And so the dog loves tampons. So he was like going through the garbage and like the tampons just got all over the apartment and she didn't know this. And so, first of all, bold diva behavior to bring a guy over when you're on your period.
Mhm.
I love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So she brings a guy in and he's like, oh my god, or this is disgusting.
Mhm.
You can't have a dog that's not trained and does this.
Mhm.
And he's like, I think you should send him away to training.
Mhm.
You know, for a few weeks. And she was like, that's wrong. And I wanted my dog for 2 more weeks.
Mhm.
Then, like, you know,
Life is short for them. Like
life is short for that.
2 weeks is a lot. That's like
yeah,
a year in
a
human.
year in human. And she's like, a year without my dog? I just met you. But she was really into him, and like she saw a future with him. Like on paper, they made sense. And so she's like, she had a diva dilemma. She didn't know if she should send the dog away, or if she should, you know,
Yeah.
break up with the guy.
And she was, going into her history and how she hasn't been with someone in a while, and
Yeah.
like this was the first time she really like felt something for someone since, I don't know, high school.
Yeah,
So obviously it's a tricky position.
yeah. Because we want her to be happy,
Mm-hmm.
but we have to be honest.
Yeah.
So what's your take on this?
My take is diva later, boy.
Diva later. Yeah.
Diva later.
No, I
Because
agree.
The dog will forever bring you happiness,
Yeah.
and the boy is a boy. Like, he will undoubtedly upset you at some point. The
Yeah.
dog, the worst it will do is take some tampons and leave them out on the floor.
Yeah.
But he will never upset you the way a man could.
No. He won't break your heart.
Mm-mm.
And how long, most dogs live, like what? Like, my dog lived like 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
What relationship is less than 16 years?
Mm-hmm.
Some, but not a lot.
Not most.
So that's like a lifetime for that dog, like to be in a relationship with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it works. So this new guy, it's exciting at first, and it's like, yes, but then it's like, you'll look back and be like, I gave away my dog for 2 weeks for this guy.
Yeah.
And to be honest, dogs love tampons.
Mm-hmm.
They're never going to stop loving tampons.
Nope.
No amount of training is going to bring me back and be like, no, I don't like sugar anymore.
Yeah.
No, there's no training that I could go through for 2 weeks that's going to change that. So I think he just wants to control something,
Mm-hmm.
and that's a way for him to,
Slide his way right in.
yeah, and like trying to control you.
Yeah. And you're gonna resent him for it. Like,
Exactly.
even if you guys, get the dog back 2 weeks later and everyone gets along, like, you will never forget how he made you send your dog away for 2 weeks.
And you're just doing this to please him. You know your dog's well behaved.
Yeah.
This was a one-off. Tampons. It's a tampon.
Yeah, maybe just get, like, a more secure trash can.
Or a Diva cup, Diva.
Yes.
Get your Diva cup. Because that just goes back into you. Like, you wash it and it just goes back
Yeah,
into
I
you.
think maybe that's the best solution.
Yeah. I don't think dogs like Diva cups.
I would assume not, especially if it's
Inside you.
inside of you.
Yeah, that'd be harder to get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certainly.
So, Diva, I hope that helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Our divas are struggling and we gotta help them.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Divas.
Dr. Divas, if you guys have any diva dilemmas, please feel free to write in and we will help you as soon as possible.
Yeah, you can write in, we'll put our email, and you can also call us. We'll put a number. And so, don't call us, because it was a audio message sent through email.
Yeah.
When I say voicemail, like, we're Gen Z, so,
Yeah.
like, it was a voicemail. Do not call us, we're not putting a number.
Yeah. Maybe you can just leave it in the comments.
Yeah, we don't have an email set up yet. But we got the voicemail.
We got it. We did. Don't
ask where the voicemail came from. We received it.
It was a process.
So in the comments, just write your dilemma.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about the audio or the voicemail.
Yeah.
That was just a one-off. Yeah.
Totally.
Mhm.
All right. Wow.
Is that it?
I think that might conclude our first Diva sesh.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Diva later.
Diva later.
Thank you, Divas. See you next week.
Mwah.
Mwah.